So it's the first time that you've had to claim your Social Security benefit. Are you sure you're claiming the right one? Are you sure you're going through the right process? I get a lot of questions about which claiming strategies to make. How could you maximize your Social Security benefit? So I wanted to share with you in a series of videos, today being the first one, some of the pitfalls that are out there that could cost you thousands of dollars if you choose the wrong one. So let's get started. My name is Mark Singer. I'm founder of Your Retirement Authority and for over 30 years, president of Safe Harbor Retirement Planning. For timely and up-to-date information on how to maximize your Social Security benefit or your retirement income, subscribe to our channel and click on the link below for the notification bell so you can become alerted as to when we post new videos. So let's get started and let's go right to the screen. So as I say, I've been doing this for a lot of time and we've answered a lot of questions from people who are now our clients. And I wanted to share with you some of the more frequently asked questions so that you wouldn't step on some of the landmines and avoid some of the pitfalls that could cost you thousands of dollars. So one of the big questions is, what happens if I do go back to work after I take my Social Security? Well, if you are under full retirement age, some or all of your benefits may be withheld. $1 will be withheld for every $2 that you earn over the earning test threshold, and we do have a video on that specifically. That threshold for 2020 is $18,240. But this is not a reason to not go back to work. In fact, it may be a good reason to go back to work because your benefit will be recomputed at full retirement age to remove the actuarial reduction for those months in which your benefit was withheld. In other words, it might raise your benefit going forward. Let's say your primary insurance amount, or the amount you get at full retirement age, is $2,000, and you applied for benefits at age 62. Your reduced benefits would be $1,500. So if at age 64 you go back to work and earn enough so that all of your benefits are withheld, when you turn full retirement age, let's say at 66, your benefit will be recomputed to make it as if you had applied at age 64. So going forward, you'll get $1,752. Then if you were to suspend your benefit at full retirement age, you could then earn 8% annual delayed credits on the $1,752. And when you finally claim your benefit at age 70, your benefit at that point in time would be $2,310, not counting cost of living increases. So you can, as you can see, switch benefits, make different applications at different times. It's not cut and dried. So what you really do need here is to take advantage of some of the calculators that are out there so you can understand what benefit is best for you before you go about and apply. So the next question we receive a lot, which is, can I receive a spousal benefit based on my husband's work record? And the answer is possibly. As the spouse of a worker entitled to Social Security benefits, you may be able to receive 50% of your spouse's primary insurance amount if you apply for it at your full retirement age. Your husband must be receiving benefits in order for you to apply for a spousal benefit. That's really important to remember. If he wants to delay his benefit to receive the maximum amount, you may have no choice but to wait until he applies to start your spousal benefit. Again, here is where calculators can really help you. And again, if you have an interest, we have 7 different calculators available. Generally, you can only receive a spousal benefit if it is higher than your own benefit. When you apply, you will be paid the higher of 2 benefits. Let's say your primary insurance amount is $1,400 and your husband's PIA or primary insurance amount is $2,600. Half of the $2,600 is $1,300. Since your PIA of $1,400 is higher than the $1,300, you would generally not be paid a spousal benefit. But if you were born before January 2nd, 1954, you may be able to get a spousal benefit while your own benefit builds delayed credits. This claim now, claim more strategy has been phased out, and we're looking at what is now called the restricted application, but that will be phased out at the end of this year. There are some switching available to you. So again, it gets back to the calculators and making sure that you're fully informed about the number of different strategies available to you before you make a costly mistake. So it can be confusing. These are just two of the many questions that we get. There are 567 different claiming strategies. If you're interested in learning more, as I said, we've put together a series of these videos. You can check on the link below to see what we'll cover in the next one. We'll cover 4 or 5 more different pitfalls that could potentially cost you thousands of dollars. I hope this information is helpful to you. So at this point, what I'd like to do is go back to my screen and cover the 2 remaining questions that we are posed by different clients and folks who are on YouTube. So let's go to the screen. So here's another frequently asked question. I am divorced. Can I collect off my ex-husband? So here are some of the rules. Yes, if the marriage lasted at least 10 years and you are currently unmarried. Your ex-husband must be at least 62. If it's been more than 2 years since the divorce, he does not need to have filed for his benefit. And the same rules that apply to spousal benefits also apply to divorced spouse benefit. If your own benefit is higher, that's the amount you'll be paid. However, if you were 62 or older at the end of 2015, you can file for that restricted application for your divorced spouse benefit. You also can, and it's really important to know that you shouldn't shy away from going about collecting this benefit. For those who are divorced, they may not want to speak to the ex-spouse, but you don't need to. All you need is their date of birth, and the Social Security Administration can help you find that record. So the final question that we're going to look at today, and again, we get this often, my husband died. When am I eligible for a survivor benefit? So the answer is you can start your survivor benefit as early as age 60, but it will be reduced. There are 2 components to the survivor benefit. The first is what is called the original benefit. This is the amount based on the decedent's primary insurance amount or his actual benefit if he had already started receiving his benefit. The second is the actual benefit, which is based on when the surviving spouse claims it. Let me give you an example. Let's say Mike is 70 and Mary is 60. Mike has delayed his benefit to age 70 and is receiving $3,000 at the time of his death. This $3,000 becomes the original survivor benefit. It's the amount Mary will receive if she claims it at her full retirement age. However, if Mary claims it now, let's say she's 60, the original benefit will be reduced, giving her a permanent benefit of only $2,145. So proper savvy Social Security planning for couples usually involves the higher earning spouse claiming his benefit at age 70 in order to maximize the survivor benefit in case he dies first. This is a part of the many different strategies where I know some people want to claim as early as possible. At 62, they get more checks. But in doing so, the surviving spouse will be left with less income when she needs it most, when she's alone and she's a survivor. So be careful about what benefit you're claiming and when. and understand. And as I say, use the calculators. Again, we have 7 of them that can give you a sense of not just what's the most that the 2 of you can get while the 2 of you are alive, but what can the surviving spouse also get when the first one passes. So these are just some of the pitfalls to be aware of. Don't want you to step on those landmines and cost you a lot of money. As I say, there are 567 different strategies. And if you're truly interested in finding out how to customize your own retirement income plan, which can help you to maximize your Social Security benefit now and later, and maximize the amount of income you get over your retirement, then if you're interested in learning more about how to do that, click on the link below to become my client. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll subscribe, tell a friend, make sure you hit the notification bell to be alerted as to when new videos are around. And again, thank you very much for watching, and we truly hope that you enjoy the retirement journey.